Good morning, everyone. This is Price Jett again from Elder Care 101, and we're going to do something a little different today than we've done before, and that is we're going to take a look inside an assisted living facility. We're here at a facility called Greenfields, and we're with someone who's a friend of the program named Jerry Shire. You've heard from him before as he talked about the cost of assisted living and how to pay for it. And now today we're going to see actually what happens inside one. At this point, we're going to turn it over to Jerry, and he's going to walk us through Greenfields.
Thank you, Frank. We're standing in front of Greenfield Senior Living right now. It's a very quiet environment here. We have woods on three sides of us here. We're very close to Spotsylvania Hospital. We have quite a bit of wildlife in this area. Occasionally we'll see some deer and turkeys. One morning I came to work and there were some turkeys walking along the parking lot. This building is all one level. It makes it very easy for residents to move about. It's very family oriented, very small community compared to most.
Jerry, when families are looking for assisted living facilities, what are things they should put on their checklist? How should they begin to evaluate, particularly the setting and the environment?
I think location is very important. I think they should be near a hospital, so location to a hospital is important. I think a quiet environment is good. I think away from a busy traffic. Some locations are right on a busy street, which is not good for potential safety factor there.
What is your thinking about one level versus multiple level facilities?
A lot of residents have dementia, and elevators and dementia just don't go together. They forget to push the button, they forget what floor they're going to, they forget where they're going, and also your access is limited, by usage. So sometimes you have multiple floor buildings and the elevator's being used a lot and there's wait times on the elevator and so on. So it can be very confusing for a senior. So one level makes it much easier for them to get around and more independent.
Great. How about size-wise? Number of residents and number of staff?
Well, the fewer residents, I think, the better, in the sense that they have more contact with staff. It's easier for them to get around, and it provides more of a family type of atmosphere for them as well.
Great.
So at Greenfield, we are a medical model. With a medical model, we have a lot of amenities that help our residents so they don't have to go out for visits. One of them is adaptive geriatrics, which you can see on the door there. It's our signature wellness program. And we are a medical model, and it helps us manage our residents here at the community, so we can do blood draws here and different things to make that a transition, if they have to go to the hospital, seamless. We also have supplement services like hearing company that comes in and they check hearing aids, and we have a dentist that comes. We have vision services. We have psych and neuropsych services. All these help us manage our residents on a daily basis. This is our beauty shop here. We have a beautician that comes every Monday, and her name is Vern. She's very, very involved with our residents, knows each one of them. They love to come and get their hair done in the morning, and she's very, very reasonable, as you can see by the price list up here for her.
So then, Jerry, some amenities are over and above the monthly fee, such as the beauty shop,
Right,
etc. Is
right.
that typical of most assisted living facilities?
Yes, yes. Now, things like dentist and vision would be covered under their Medicare as well.
Okay, so do you actually help the families with that kind of billing?
In a way, our physicians do. We have a podiatrist that comes, Dr. Weeks, for example, she sees our residents as
well. So they would come in, the physicians would come in, the residents don't need to go out, and they take care of the Medicare paperwork. Jerry, talk to us a little bit about what we have here. I know You just came through a terrible rainstorm, so
Yeah.
everything is wet and the
Yeah.
wind has wreaked havoc on everything. But here, I think we're in your secure courtyard. Is that right?
That's correct.
Talk to us
So-
about why this is important, especially for people with memory problems.
Well, you know, it provides a nice view from their rooms for one thing, but also it provides a place where the family can come and visit, and also we do activities out here and cookouts. There are it's a fence secured area. We have woods on 3 sides of us, and it just provides another environment for our residents. So we have 2 things here. We have our activity calendar that our residents participate in every day. We have outings, we have music. We have music that different groups that come in and play music. We have a van where we transport our residents. This television over here shows what's going on in our community and what the temperature is outside, and things that are in the news as well. Here, and we have various groups that come and do performances here. We have residents that play the piano. We have sing-alongs. We have movie night in our family room. We have some church groups that come and sing hymns and so on. So this area is used quite a bit by our residents. Some facilities have contract therapy that just come in. These people are here every day, the same people. It's extremely important to build a relationship with the resident of trust. And when they see the therapist here every day, they see them seamlessly as one of our staff members. So Genesis provides the rehab here. We have PT, OT, and speech, or physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. It's very rare also to have all 3 in the same building. All of our residents can participate with this. Another very important about having our therapy in-house here is that they do a great deal of training with our staff. So, you know, transfers, 2-person transfers, Hoyer lifts, different things like that. So you have to keep that training up with your staff on a regular basis, and, you know, it prevents staff injury and of course, resident injury. So the more training you can do with your staff, the better, and so they're extremely helpful with that. They also have special programs. They have one of the first programs just for Alzheimer's, which is called the Compass program, and it provides a manual for staff to program specifically for the level that person is at. Also, they have a fall program where they work with helping to prevent falls as well.
Jerry, I think one thing families would like to know a lot about is, what do the actual rooms look like?
Right.
What types of environment will people be in?
Right.
Show us a couple of those, would you?
Sure. And if you'd like to go take a look at that, it's very homey. It's a good size, 15 by 12. There's a great view of the courtyard, nice sized closets. And as you walk into the bathroom, you'll see there's lots of handrails to hold on to. Safety is a huge factor. It's seamless walk into the shower, pull cords if they have an emergency. They also have pendants that they can pull if they need help. This particular setup is, so I have a lady on this side, a lady on this side, and a bathroom in the middle. So they share the bathroom.
Jerry, what are the different kinds of rooms? Is there a private, semi-private,
Yeah.
etc.? Walk me through that.
There's a private room with a private bath.
Okay.
There is a private room with a private, so there's just 2 people that are sharing the bathroom. And then over here we have a private room, and we have with a shared bathroom with a companion room where there's 2 ladies. And so all those are different price structures. so families can afford, assisted living. So, the least expensive would be a companion room where she's with another lady. And, that's not always bad in the sense that some folks really like the companionship of having another lady in their room with them.
So that would be a companion room, shared bath for that one.
Yeah.
Private is what? Room with its own bath and no one else uses it?
Right.
And then semi-private is what? 2 adjoining rooms with a bath, sort of like a Jack and Jill bath?
Yeah, so this one, I refer to it as a private, so both have their own private rooms, but they have a shared bathroom.
Shared bath,
And
okay.
many of our residents need assistance with going to the restroom, so there's a caregiver with them. So when they come in, they just lock the door on the one side, take care of things, and then unlock the door. So,
Okay.
And everybody has their own shower times and so on, so there's hardly ever any conflict with bathroom issues.
Okay. Jerry, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Taking
Thanks for
time out of
coming.
your day. Yeah. Before we go, though, I want to touch on one thing. Earlier, you talked about the medical model. So I think it's important for people who are listening at home to understand in assisted living, there's not one size fits all, right? There's a whole spectrum. Help us understand a little bit this spectrum where there's sort of the social model, for lack of a better term, and the medical model. Tell us about the differences. Tell us a little bit
Sure.
about where you are.
Sure.
So that we can sort of have a framework to work from as people are doing their own family tours.
I think years ago, the first assisted livings were more of a social model where people would retire and earlier and go there and have a comfortable way of living. As it's turned out, many residents are waiting longer and longer in their home, and it's probably a sense of the time of what's going on. And because of that, they have more factors of involvement going on with them and medically. And so they require more medical management. So we have a doctor that comes once a week, and we have a nurse practitioner 2 times a week, and we have a wellness nurse. So all these are staff that help us manage our residents. We were one of the first companies that established a medical model. The medical model is very intricate in the sense that it expands to PT, OT, and speech, your therapies, and they are seamlessly integrated into our services here. So, they're helping us with our residents, and they're helping us with our staff and staff training, and it's extremely important role that they play here. Originally, some of the communities had bathtubs in the community, so they found that there were a lot of falls happening in these bathtubs. I've almost tripped to the bathtub myself a few times. So, you'll see now that most of the assisted livings have converted into that sort of seamless approach into a shower rather than having a tub. So,
Okay, so if someone is looking for something more like the medical model, they should be looking at the programs that are there, right? They should be looking at the physical structure of the building and the rooms. And then I suppose, is your staffing different as well?
Training of staff I think is extremely important. To have people that can evaluate hearing or remove wax in the ears or some of those things. Our wellness nurse plays an important role. She's examining skin and looking for any kind of breakdown and looking at fall prevention and looking at the overall care of the resident. It's extremely important to have some of these people, like our rehab team, are here in the building. So if there's some buildings that would have contract therapy come in, that prevents a lot of variables. Who's coming that day? Each therapist is different. The coordination of the therapy with that resident. Whereas here, it's the same people every day, and they know these residents inside and out, and there's a continuous provision of therapy towards a goal of whatever level of independence they're able to reach.
So that kind of staffing increases consistency, which is good for residents and also good for level of care, I would imagine.
Right.
And it also probably facilitates knowledge transfer, because you have the same people coming all the time rather than different people coming in.
And trust,
And trust, okay.
Many of these people are frail and they're really nervous about having anything done to them, that they're going to fall or whatever, and so the trust with the therapist is extremely important.
Jerry, thank you. It's
Thank
been
you.
incredibly helpful today.
Thank you.
For letting us see inside a facility.
All right.
I think it's going to be very beneficial to folks at home.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so
very
much.